Good morning, everybody, and welcome to our newest blog. This blog is going to be introducing one of our trustees, Gareth Munn, and also talking about how you can support us through our golf day this year, which is happening in June. So let's get started.
Yeah, good morning, everybody. My name's Gareth Munn. I'm a financial advisor based in the Tunbridge Wells, just around the corner from the office of Tree of Hope. I've quite a long, winding story with Tree of Hope, actually. So the background is my daughter has cerebral palsy. That is kind of quite a big journey, both emotionally, medically, but also from the point of view of funding. There's one of the biggest things you learn when you're a parent of a disabled child is once you've got past all the emotional stuff, obviously, is that it's actually quite expensive. And there's a lot of things that need doing. The NHS, we all know, is a beautiful, wonderful thing, but it has its limitations, and invariably you'll need to go outside the NHS to get the best things or the things that your child requires. So I met Tree of Hope 8 years ago when I was at the beginning of that journey, learning about what funding was required. We knew my daughter needed money for something, so we kind of looked down at what the options were. I ended up having a great chat with one of the parent assistants at the charity, and then for a variety of reasons didn't quite need the help at that point in our lives. But I really resonated with me what Tree of Hope did, and I saw how powerful it could be for empowering parents. Over time, I kept in touch with them, paid attention to them, saw what they were doing, and then later on in my kind of life, I made a decision to write a LinkedIn blog about what I'd learned about disabled children's finances from the point of view of parents and grandparents. And I kind of name-checked Tree of Hope in there because I'd always remembered them and I'd always considered them such an amazing resource for how you could do that. And then that connection led to more conversations. I met a trustee at Tree of Hope who said, we're looking for people just like you. And I said, well, look, there you go. It's a charity that I know well, I think is incredible. It's come at a time in my life when I have the time and the kind of the desire to go off and kind of give something back, and led me to become a trustee and get involved, basically.
Yeah, and how long have you been a trustee now? Has it been?
I think it's coming up for about a year, and it has been genuinely great. Way better, way beyond how good I thought it would be. Much better. I thought it would be very kind of functional.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, it's been much more emotionally involved and much more kind of like just sharing like personal experiences at board level, career experiences at a kind of finance committee level, medical experiences at the medical committee, but then also kind of what we're talking today is getting a bit more involved in some of the fun stuff you get to do as a charity. And the golf day absolutely, without doubt, sits in the fun stuff category.
Yeah, and I think that's the great thing about being a small charity like Tree of Hope. You know, we're very small in terms of staff resources, but it means that everybody gets involved with something, and you can get as involved as you want to as a trustee, or as much as you want to. Tell us a bit about last year's golf day and what you got up to, because I have a great memory of you driving around in a golf buggy.
My favourite memory about the golf day, I think you might have nailed my personality a little bit there, Karen, which is I really enjoyed getting on the bulk golf buggy, dressing like a golfer, even though I cannot play golf for the life of me. But I got to pretend I was Seve Ballesteros, captaining the Ryder Cup team, got in my buggy, in my hat with my Tree of Hope pin on, dressed like a golfer, and drove between all the different teams, just introducing myself, saying hello, getting to understand how they met the charity, giving them any more info they needed, but then also pretending to be good at golf occasionally. You know, I'd watch someone hit a ball, it would sort of come up short, or the wind would take it, or I'd watch them putt and the green would move the way they weren't expecting. And when the next team got to come up, I got to say things like, yeah, you want to club up when you hit this shot, or you want to watch it breaks from left to right and then look like a hero as the ball went exactly where it wanted to, or it banked slightly left and they weren't expecting it to. Great fun. great fun, great group of people. Everybody, some decent golfers on that group actually. And
Yeah, I think you've touched on, we have golfers of all abilities on the golf day. So we have the ones that have got really low handicaps and are really eager golfers and golf regularly. And then we've got supporters that have literally supported us year on year on year and only play golf once a year just for our golf days. And they come
yeah,
along purely for that day. And, you know, they're never going to be the best, but you know what? They are the most dedicated supporters we have for that golf day, and we appreciate everybody that comes along.
yeah, I think, and look, Hever's a beautiful golf course this year. Hever's a beautiful golf course. It's middle of the summer, so, you know, British weather depending, we should have a decent day. I think the concentration on one will mean it will be like a good competition with some good prizes, but and you're supporting an incredible cause. Let's not forget that, right? But ultimately, if you get to come along, have a day in the sun, hit a few golf balls, and at the same time be in a beautiful part of the world, like we are in here in Kent, and also support an amazing charity that's just all it's trying to do is get its message out to more and more and more and more people, because every person it reaches is one more family and one more child that gets helped. I mean, I can't think of many better things to be doing my, a kind of Wednesday in the middle of June than that, I think.
Yeah, and I think last year also you brought out another hidden talent of yours, which was running the auction.
Yeah, apparently, who knew? Who knew? Hidden talents. Yeah, I kind of, all those student days spent watching Deal or No Deal obviously had some impact on my life. But yeah, I'm absolutely happy to do the auction. Slightly nerve-wracking, doing something you've never done before. You guys did the hard work finding some absolutely incredible prizes, and a lot of the supporters did the hard work by being willing to put their hands in their pockets and give us some money. All I did was just give them a nudge in the right direction by bringing to life some of the prizes. And we were lucky on that day. I mean, one of my favourite things about here in Kent is the Garden of England. It's all kind of really food and drink related. If you like food and drink, you're never going to find anywhere better in the UK. And you guys did such good work in getting some absolutely incredible food and drink type prizes. So it wasn't all just a golf ball, a golf hat, a golf club. We had Michelin-star restaurants, we had Bib Gourmand restaurants, we had local wineries, we had a real array of kind of food and drink. And then luckily that means that I was on home turf. I could take a deep breath and say, right, okay, listen, I know about that restaurant and I've been to that winery, and you should go and try this and you should do that. And it was very lucky that I was able to share some kind of experiences with some of the real food and drink related prizes we got. We had some really good family couples experiences and dinners and drink and wine, like really getting the best out of that food and drink scene in Kent, to then obviously go with one of the most expensive golf bags I've ever heard of.
I know, right? I mean, like, very grateful to the guy that bid on that. So it makes such a difference. And to all of those suppliers and supporters that donate those gifts, honestly, they make a huge difference to the day. Without that, it wouldn't happen in the same way. So so grateful to everybody that donates and everyone that bids, definitely.
Yeah, amazing. And look, and I would be remiss of me not to shout out to you, Karen, and the rest of the team for kind of going out and speaking to those people. You know, it is a bit of a difficult thing to sometimes ask for some of these charitable gifts, but they make, like you said, they make such a difference. And I think that, again, the charity makes most of the money from the auction, a few little games we play on the day, and then also we make a lot from the connections of the extra people we do happen to meet. So I think it's an important point for people to kind of maybe just remember that every element plays a part in kind of raising funds and raising the profile of the charity and getting to meet more people.
Yeah, 100%. So one last question, I guess. What would you say to any businesses or individuals out there that are thinking about how they can support us, thinking about the golf day, whether they want to come, whether they should come?
So look, I think anybody who likes a walk in the sun and likes a beautiful bit of scenery and likes a justifiable day off for charity and maybe can play a bit of golf, I think you should absolutely just come and see what it's all about. and come and join us and get a team together with your friends, colleagues, whatever it might be, and come and have a bit of fun for a really, really good cause. I think that's number one. And then number two, the businesses. Well, look, golf days are a very, very classic way of kind of entertaining clients and doing your own business development. So that's another great excuse to just achieve two birds with one stone, bit of networking, bit of developing. But I think for businesses in general, my message is kind of Tree of Hope's on a bit of a journey, I think, which is that, and not everybody knows, as many people should know about Tree Hope who really should. And it's one of our big things as trustees we're trying to guide the charity to do, which is it isn't a local charity. It doesn't give out donations and it doesn't give out funds to people that happen to come knocking at the door and broadly are in the southeast. It's about parents being empowered to raise the funds themselves through whatever routes they choose, and we will support them in finding those routes. But broadly, it's about parents having the opportunity to raise money in a really sophisticated, tax efficient, enabled way that has so much scope throughout the whole of the UK. The challenge we've had is just getting people who aren't in the southeast to know about the charity. There's no reason someone who is based in Newcastle could not access the services we provide at Tree of Hope as much as someone in Tunbridge Wells down the road. Absolutely nothing. We just got to get the message out there. So I think for businesses, there's a couple of things. A, every penny you give is helping parents with disabled children get better access to things that the NHS is struggling to provide. And we all know all the stories about cost of living crisis and NHS problems. It's becoming more and more and more of a problem. Every penny you give us helps help people like that, but also is helping us grow the scope of the people we talk to. So it's more and more people in that situation we're getting to. And from a business perspective, you're starting with a charity in a relatively sort of small position that has big ambitions to grow. And look, we're desperate for partners who can help us do that. And let's not beat around the bush a little bit. There's a commercial aspect to this for a lot of businesses trying to support the charity as well. It allows you to say, "Hey, look, here we are. We're achieving our charitable goals, our charitable ambitions. Here's a charity. It's local." And then all of a sudden, when Tree of Hope starts to grow and starts to be known outside the southeast, starts to go to the Midlands, the southwest, the north, and you've been one of the partners for X number of years, that's an incredible opportunity for a business to say, "We did that. We are one of the reasons that parents with disabled children are being helped in the Midlands." And if you're from the Midlands, imagine being the firm that helps Tree of Hope expand into the Midlands. So many incredible angles to that from both charitable perspective, but from a business and commercial perspective, the opportunity is massive. And I can't overemphasize enough, every single pound, every single penny helps us do a better job.
Yeah, absolutely. But in the meantime, come along to our golf day.
Absolutely. Yeah, look forward to seeing you all.
Yeah, absolutely. It doesn't matter where you are in the country, log on to our golf day. What's a few hours in a car to get out for the day? Stay over, enjoy a bit of the countryside.
Come and give us a visit. We'll have lots of fun games. I've planned for the day, as well as the auction, there's food, and it's going to be a great day. I can't tell you, I'm so excited. I'm really, really looking forward to it again.
Amazing. Thanks so much, Gareth, for this morning. And anybody interested in the golf day, check out our website. There are sponsorship opportunities for businesses as well as teams. So check it out. And we will see you on the 26th of June at Hever.
Lovely. Looking forward to it.
See you soon.
Cheers.